and everybody's hard work really show on screen. Yeah, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts, they say. There's so many of you guys. Of course I'm going to stay in touch with the cast of Shadowhunters. It's funny, there's some of the cast of Shadowhunters that I've seen and heard from more than I did while we were shooting. And that's kind of awesome, because that really shows that we are a family. And I would do anything for those guys, so yeah. They're family, and they always will be. And I don't have a doubt about that. But it's the same thing with the Shadowhunters fandom. And this is what I keep trying to tell you guys, is that what's so beautiful about it is that this community that you guys have formed, that you've welcomed us into, that we've all been a part of as the show has grown and gone through all these years, is that community is not going to end. That community is not going to go away no matter what happens to the show. It's only going to keep growing as each of us go on to other things and each of us continue to grow and go through life. We're always all going to be here for each other, because Shadow Fam is for life, man. It's what we are. It's what we do. You guys, there's so many people. Argentina and Brazil and Russia. Bedtime. What bedtime? Sorry, I'm looking through all your questions. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Adam, you're hysterical. You'll be okay, I promise. I promise you'll be okay. You know what? You'll be stronger for it, because we're all going to get through it together, because that's what we do. I would love to come back to Australia. I really, really would like to spend more time there. I didn't get to see much of it while I was there because I was working. But, and I mean, I had a lovely time working there. But it's, I definitely need to come back. Definitely need to visit. Definitely need to see more. I kind of have the travel bug right now. I'm dying to go somewhere. I just have to find enough time and a good rate on airfare. You know, there are times when I do miss Clary's red hair, but that was Clary, and I didn't want to carry that over into Arrow because I wanted it to be have a separation, and I wanted to let Clary have her own life and then let Maya have her own life. So that's why the hair color changed, among other reasons. Luke Baines as a person is absolutely wonderful. He and I have been friends for years, and having him on the show has been fantastic, because not only because it's lovely to have a friend around, but also because I love the Sebastian Jonathan character so much. It's been my favorite since I read the books. And to have Will play Sebastian in such an amazing way, and then Luke come in as Jonathan and absolutely kill it equally, but in a completely different way. Just have that character cared for so well by two of my favorite human beings is just, it's a dream. It's just a dream. That's all I can say. So I haven't worked with all of the cast of Arrow yet. I've met most of them. Honestly, everyone's been so lovely. Ooh, what's the hardest scene I had to shoot on Shadowhunters? I can't say much about it, but I think probably the last scene, honestly, was the hardest, despite all of the other difficult, emotional, and physical things that I've had to do on the show. The very last shot that we filmed chronologically, so the one that was, this is the last take of the last scene of Shadowhunters that you're filming ever, that was probably the hardest, just because it was what it was. But it's really beautiful, so I can't ask for anything better. My favorite thing about working with Dom is that he does have such a sense of play, but he's also very serious about the work, and it's a nice balance to have on set. But also because I've known him for so long now, we were playing those characters for so long that the characters have their own relationship, outside of Dom and my friendship, and that kind of takes on its own life the more you play these characters. And it's very interesting to see when you have someone who you know very well and have an inherent trust with, and then your characters also have their own journey. It becomes so fun, and you can explore so much. So many emojis, you guys. Stephen Amell in real life is a doll. He was so kind when I met him, and I couldn't have been more grateful for that kind of welcome into the show. The last episode is very good. It's very good. I think people are going to have a lot to say about the resolution, because it's a very interesting way of doing it, and I really like it, but I know people are going to have a lot of opinions about it. Ooh, if I could be a downworlder, what would my name be? That's a good question. I don't necessarily know what my name would be, but I would definitely be a warlock. I don't know if it's my fascination with Harry and Javi, but I think warlocks are so amazing. And I think I would suit being a warlock, just because they're the ones that... I'd be one of those warlocks, like a clinical warlock, that people come to with their daily woes, and, maybe I know how to fix it. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I'll just offer them, heart-to-heart advice and consolation. Something about Team Evil. There, I said it. No, I did get to shoot a lot of scenes with Dom and Luke, and that's all I can say. I'd seen a couple episodes of Arrow before I was cast on the show, and then as soon as I found out I was cast, I watched the entire series, and I really love it. I think it's so great, and I think what they're doing with the show this season is really smart, because it takes it back to kind of what the show was originally in its tone, but also finds a way to do something completely new and different. I will miss being Clary. That I do have to say, and I already do, and it's very strange. But strange in a good way in some ways. It's not just bad ways. But she meant a lot to me. There were a lot of parallels of her journey and my journey in playing her, and that's special. But it always will be. And that's the thing when you play a character, especially when you play a character for so long, is that a part of her is always with me, and a part of me I left with her. And so that makes it okay. Because that's what you do as an actor. You play something for a while, and then what goes around comes around. That didn't make sense. You know what I mean. It's all cyclical. My favorite Clace moment. I can't even say a word about it, because it's all spoiler. But it's beautiful. And it's probably my favorite moment working with Dom on the show. One of a few. So, there's that. Oh, I want you guys to see 3B so bad. Adam, I'm glad you like the flash forwards. I think it's a really cool way of doing things. Like I said, they're doing so many great things this season. I love seeing Ollie in prison too. I think it totally puts him out of his element, and it's awesome. What's it like to work with kids in Shadowhunters? It's really fun. I don't get to work with the kids a lot, but whenever Ariana or Jack is on set, it's always really fun because it's an energy we don't have a lot, and so or Lola too. It's funny, I don't think of Lola as a kid as much. It's because she's such a badass, that's why. But so were all the kids. We were really lucky on Shadowhunters that all of the kids that are on the show are just amazing and so fun and so smart. And I mean, we're all big kids anyway, so it really isn't much of a difference sometimes. My favorite part about playing Clary is the fact that she's always growing. She's always changing. There's always something about her that's in flux. She's never stagnant. And she makes a lot of mistakes, which I also love, because that makes her human. I'm so behind on all of these questions. When does it come out? Shadowhunters comes out February 25th, if that's what you're asking. Do I have a favorite Christmas movie? That's a good question. Oh, by the way, how excited are we for Freeform Santa? Just saying. Shout out to Isaiah, because he's killing it. Aside from that, one of my favorite Christmas movies is a movie called White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye, and it's just lovely. It's one of those beautiful old Hollywood movies it's wonderful. And also it's a musical, and it's really great. I also love all the claymation, like Year Without a Santa Claus and Here Comes Santa Claus and Rudolph, and who doesn't love Elf? Oh my goodness, there's so many questions. You guys are amazing. I haven't watched The Haunting of Hill House yet, but I really want to. I've heard so many good things about it. Ginger power indeed. My phone case now is, what's it right now? Oh, it's a Sherlock phone case. Because I'm a fan of that too. Favorite Christmas moment? I think my favorite Christmas moment is either cooking with my family or just that moment where everybody sits down after you've eaten, after you've gone through everything, and it's just quiet and you're just spending time together. Because I travel all the time and I don't get to see my family as much anymore. Those little quiet moments are always special. My favorite holiday is actually Thanksgiving. Because for me it's many of the same things that Christmas is, but it's just simpler. And a lot of great food, which I love. And I'm very excited that it's almost that time of year, because then I'm going to bake, and I'm going to decorate my house, and I get to start watching Christmas movies, and then we get to see Freeform Santa. Scrolling through all of these questions. My goodness gracious, mercy sakes alive. My favorite song. I'm going back to all of my favorite musical theater things right now. I've this week, because of the election, I've gone back and just been repeating the soundtrack of Hamilton, just because I can't. I can't stay away. Can't resist it. Well, that's a good question about Clary. because technically I'm dead on the show right now. I see that. I can tell you this. I am in all 12 episodes. That's all I can say. But how are you guys? Are you guys good? I want to check in because, it's been a while. What's going on? Tell me things. What's going on in your world? Favorite horror movie right now? It. 100%. Definitely gonna be It too when it comes out. I also love Quiet Place. Get Out was one of my favorites this year. Oculus is another horror film that I love. You guys are so sweet. Thank you for all of the love. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Not much I can say at this point. So what do you guys think? I always look for new recipes every year when I bake for the holidays. Do you have any suggestions? Is there anything? Because I can Pinterest all day long as much as I want to, but inevitably I feel like the collective mind of this fandom is brilliant. So give me some suggestions. Favorite moment on set? I can't talk about it. I was definitely shooting the finale. There's a point in episode 22 where everybody's on set, pretty much. And that was really lovely. I was sitting in my chair, and everybody was there, and there was just such a hubbub on set among all the cast chairs. And I took a little video of just the natural state of hubbub, just so I could always have that little piece of life. Just candid life on the Shadowhunters set. Brownies. Ooh, that's a good idea. I can make like some snazzy brownies, like put a little swirl of something in it. Make it Christmassy. Or holiday-y. It'd be fun. Is it a word? It's a word now. What did I think of the mallet clip? I thought it was lovely and adorable, and I was just so happy to see it, because I don't get to see those scenes until they air. It was just kind of really wonderful. My favorite thing that Matthew Daddario has said? I could write a book of all of the favorite things of mine that Matt Daddario has said, truly. So, I can't pick one. But he's a brilliant individual, I'll tell you that much. My day has been lovely. Thank you for asking. How has yours been? Could I speak English? That'd be nice. I had a boxing training session today, and I have a little bit of boxing brain after it because my trainer's awesome. What time is it? On that note, I have about 5 more minutes to chat, and then I have to get off and actually accomplish things with my evening, other than talking to you guys, which I could do all night, but I actually have, adulting things to do. What is adulting? It's a task, I'll tell you that much. This is what happens when you put me on the internet without, with just my own brain and your lovely comments. Favorite color? I'm in my 20s and I still can't land on a favorite color. And I wonder if it's a problem or if that just makes me who I am, or if it's extremely indicative of who I am. I don't know. Depends on the day. I love yellow. I love like a powder blue. I love a good like pale lavender. Orange chiffon angel cake. That's just sounds amazing. My favorite guilty pleasure snack food? Either candy corn or chips and salsa. Pretty much. I could eat either of those things for the rest of my life. No questions. I love seeing all these comments. Favorite colors don't exist. That's right. Why do we have to pick a favorite? All the colors are beautiful. Maple butter tart cheesecake. I am so there. That sounds incredible. Oh, excuse me. All right, I have 2 minutes and then I have to go. Quick, speed round, last minute questions. Ready, set, go. I have to wait for them to come in. Yes, I can't wait for the rest of the season to come out. I'm so excited. Cookie emoji. Oh, you just made pumpkin pie? You know what? You can hang in there. It's going to be ready soon. Pumpkin pie doesn't take forever to bake. So you're going to be okay. You're going to make it. I promise. I'm here for you. Favorite Arrowverse character? I don't know. They're all I'm still accustoming myself to that world, so I feel like I don't know enough yet about them all to pick a favorite. My favorite TV show? That is a really, really, really difficult choice. I really loved Mrs. Maisel. That was pretty great. I just watched another TV show that I was obsessed with. I mean, I love How to Get Away with Murder, too. Because I just love Viola Davis so much. Hi, Coterie! Oh, I miss you guys. Please give everyone hugs for me. Favorite actress? Probably either Viola Davis or Rosamund Pike. I just saw A Private War last week, and it is one of the most incredible films I've ever seen in my life. Truly, 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 I'm just floored by this film. I don't have enough time. I'm missing all of your questions to discuss it in full, but just go see it because it's brilliant. On Arrow, I play a character named Maya. She's a boxer. She's not one to be messed with. She's a kick-ass. Oscar predictions? Way too early for me to know, and I have so many films to catch up on. Emojis, emojis, emojis. Will I see the new Fantastic Beasts film? Yes, I am so excited. I loved the first one. And I really love Eddie Redmayne as Newt Scamander. And I'm very excited to see where this goes because there's so many more new characters in this world. All right, you guys. I'm going to let these last few questions roll in just to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay. You guys, thank you so very much for joining me tonight. It's been so fun. Thank you for asking so many amazing questions about Arrow and about Shadowhunters. And just know that I'm so excited for you to see both. And there will be more info coming soon. All of my love, you guys. Thank you for being wonderful. Thank you for voting, those of you who did. And thank you for putting a smile on my face tonight. I really appreciate it. I know I can always come to you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Bye, angels.